Hey guys, I'm Tom Rohr, and I've been skating for over 20 years. I'm here to give you all the details that you need to know to learn tricks as fast and efficiently as possible, and of course make it fun in the process. Every trick has that one tip that you should never forget. Once you know what that is, it's in the bag. Let's get into it. Welcome back, guys. If you've been following my skating over the years, you know that I absolutely love varial heel flips. So I'm incredibly excited to teach you this trick today. Let's start with the foot position. For the back foot, you want it to be positioned just like a frontside shove it. So you want to have it on this inner pocket of the tail. That's what's going to help you pop and give it a little scoop. If you have it too far on this side of the tail, you're not going to get the pop that you need, and it's going to be a lot harder to scoop it. And for the front foot, I like to have my toe right up along this edge of the board. I know for some people, they want to have their toe hanging off a little bit more, and maybe it works for you. You do have to adjust and just see what works best for you with a lot of skateboard tricks. But for me, this is what really helps me put all the pressure down on this edge of the board and flick and pop. So I suggest trying it like this, but if you've never done a varial heel, it can be easier to hang your toe off just a little bit more, but eventually this is what's going to give you more pop. In terms of weight distribution, your front foot is what plays a major role in this trick. You're going to want to have more weight down on your front toe than on your back toe, which is rare. A lot of tricks focus on having more weight on your back toe, but for varial heels, you want to put all the weight down right here on this front edge of your board, on the ball of your foot. If you want to pop higher, you need to put more pressure down on those toes, but don't disregard that back foot. You still want to have enough weight down on your back foot to get that snap. In order to get all that weight down on your toes, I always stress this. You have to bend down super far. If your legs are up here and not bent all the way, you're just not going to get the pop that you need. So make sure you're bending way down. Now your shoulders, you want to keep them square and parallel for this trick. Don't let them turn this way before you pop. And the way that you lean, front or back, you can just stay centered for this trick. You don't need to lean forward or backward. Another important tip to note is how level your board is before you pop. If you lean too far over this side of your board, see how my board is like almost touching my front wheels? You're not going to get as good of a pop. But if you lean too far over your heels, the same thing applies. You're not going to get the same pop. So you have to focus on keeping that board flat and finding your balance. And before I pop, my eyes are looking right down at my front toe. Now let's talk pop. Your back toe pops and it gives it a little bit of a scoop. And if your back toe doesn't scoop it, then your board isn't going to rotate all the way. So you have to make sure you're popping and scooping just slightly with the back toe, and your front foot also plays a role in the rotation. So as your back foot scoops and pops, your front foot flicks and also helps the board rotate. As your back foot pops and scoops the board slightly, your board starts to rotate like this, and your front foot, just after it's begun to rotate, flicks it this way. So you flick off, that gives it the flick, and it helps guide the rotation. If you watch my heel, this flies. If you watch my heel flip tutorial, I mentioned a flick with your toe, not your heel. The same concept applies to varial heels. That's why it's so important to put all that weight on that front edge of your board. So once you pop, you can flick with your toe off that edge. Seriously, try it. Flick your front foot out and then tuck your legs up toward your chest. And then when you land, bend those knees so you can absorb the impact. That's all I got for you guys. Be sure to stick around for the key takeaways. But before then, let's do some varial heel flips. Don't leave without saving these key takeaways. Put your back foot on that inside pocket of the tail. Put your front foot on that front edge of your board. Put most of your weight on your front toes. Scoop slightly, then flick. Flick with your toe, not your heel. Flick your front foot out and tuck those legs up. See you in the next tutorial. You!